and gentlemen, put your hands together. We are very proud to have the Rock and Roll Chorus.
Rock and Roll Chorus is an experience like no other, bringing students in the high school age range from all over New Jersey to come together to create a truly professional experience. We teach leadership, commitment, dedication, punctuality, and all of the things that are necessary for a professional musician to be working.
The way I heard about Rock and Roll Chorus was Cantaffa and my old music teacher from school were good friends.
I did all-state chorus, and Cantaffa came and approached me about doing Rock and Roll Chorus.
My aunt saw an ad in the newspaper for tryouts, and then I contacted Joe Cantaffa.
You gotta know when it's time to work, you gotta know when it's time to sweat, you gotta know when it's time to chill, and you gotta know when it's time to have fun and goof around and whatever. And if you have that balance, you're gonna have a better life, not just a better musical rehearsal. Okay? That's how you get great. You know, I'm a teacher. I teach high school, and I teach music.
I always wanted to be a teacher.
I have been teaching at the Ocean County Vocational Schools Performing Arts Academy in Ocean County for the past, this is my 8th year.
I went to high school here where I teach, which is unbelievably amazing.
I've been doing shows for 30 years. I've been in show business.
And I became a part of his a cappella group in high school, and then when he was starting the Rock and Roll Chorus, he asked me to be involved as a performer.
I become overwhelmed with how talented everyone is. I'm so humbled by the people who want to be on this project.
I first saw the Rock and Roll Chorus at Freehold Island.
Rock and Roll Chorus is something that kind of just fell into my lap.
My students started getting involved in this group about 2 years ago.
And I'll never forget it because I was exhausted that day, which I always am.
I found myself a couple months later going to a gig of theirs in Parsippany.
Then they started to sing.
Totally fell in love with the project, fell in love with the kids, fell in love with the staff.
I had students in the first tour, and then I went along last year, and now I guess I'm, you know, a member for life.
All my energy came back. I was completely awake, and I couldn't wait. And I met Cantaffa, and I was like, okay, there it is. That's it. Whatever y'all need from me, I will do it.
This project can be very rewarding when you see the faces of the high school students and that light goes on.
Well, I love bringing kids from all sorts of different programs and all sorts of different backgrounds and creating another ensemble.
We always encourage the students to maintain healthy vocal habits. We give them presentations on how to keep their bodies healthy.
Okay, we're gonna slowly roll up like you're stacking the bones in the back. Slowly, slowly.
Ed.
Now put.
Do it again.
There's so many things I've learned as a vocalist from Rock and Roll Chorus.
We spend 7 to 9 days in vocal boot camp. Before we even start learning the music, we spend a lot of time on proper breathing, proper singing.
The reason that your abs go out, like I said before, is because your diaphragm pushes down so your lungs can expand. You know when it sounds comfortable, and you know when they're singing if they're looking healthy.
RNRC is an incredible prep school, basically, for any professional performer.
It's going to help me grow as a performer.
It kind of grooms the students to not only become better singers, but better performers, better musicians, and better people.
And like it gave me this whole new outlook on like teamwork.
Well, RNRC definitely helped me like managing my life.
That's one of the things that I love. is the life lessons that they get from rock and roll chorus and how to handle themselves and how to take care of each other.
Or I say you come in just not knowing anybody, but you leave as family.
The rock and roll chorus becomes a family.
It's a family. It's bonding like you never imagined.
I love it. It's honestly one of the best programs I've ever been in regarding music.
Rock and roll chorus has still taught me a lot, you know, about the person I want to be.
The life skills that you pick up in this project specifically apply to all areas of life.
Actually, I want to go into education. I want to be a high school teacher.
I would like to become a professional jazz singer. I want to be a dentist.
I plan to go to college for musical theater and theater education.
So whether you plan to go into show business and end up not, whether you plan to go into something else and end up in show business, the concept of scheduling, the concept of following through, the concept of truly being prepared, and the idea that the more prepared you are, the better chance you have for success.
Ba-dum-dum-dum.